inventions. Some of these are so dumb they will make your IQ drop. So if you don't want to lose any brain cells, make sure you smash that like button. This is the safest lock system. It's got this whatchamacallit that rolls into the lock. Okay, wow, it's super secure now. It's like 3 locks in one. This door is extra locked. It's so secure. What just happened? What just happened? How did you do that? All you had to do was lift the circle up and then you could unlock the door. Is that easy? Wow, incredible. No, this belongs in a museum, a bad museum of things that do not work. Like the commitment this lock has to being useless, inspirational.
One of my favorite inventions I've ever created is a coffee table, but it's not just any coffee table. The entire top of it.
Oh wait, it's literally a puzzle. A coffee table that you have to like put together. This is giving IKEA. You know, only IKEA can put 57 pieces in a box and sell it as a DIY coffee table.
You finally have a function.
Wow, but there's a catch. To have a coffee table, you need to put all the pieces together. I also love when my furniture gives me homework. Do this puzzle so you can put your drink on me. This is definitely something that they would sell at the IKEA. IKEA would charge you $9.99 for a coffee table. What would they call it? IKEA would call this a bordspuzzel, which literally translates to table puzzle. Incredible. $9.99 for a bordspuzzel. This is the most useless pencil. Like, bro, why is it shaped like a hammer? Choose a struggle. You could be a pencil or a hammer. Or maybe it's a pencil that identifies as a hammer. You can't even use the eraser. Like, this thing is useless. And then it's too weak to be a hammer. What's on the other side of the useless pencil spectrum? This comically large pencil. It's actually real. I can't believe this is actually real. This is the final boss of unnecessary inventions. Like, it works, but at what cost? I went to a store the other day and I saw these very fancy plates and they had nuts on them. Like pecans, acorns, hazelnuts perhaps. Anyways, they're ceramic. They're part of the plate. They are attached onto this plate. Like what kind of sick person would create a nut plate, fill it up with real nuts until an unsuspecting person tries to grab one of the fake nuts and they can't. It's literally stuck to the plate because it's part of the plate. That's not even the worst part. How much do you think this thing costs? $10, $50, $100, or $700? I'll give you a sec. If you chose $700, you are correct. Because this is a Dior small decorative plate, ecru ceramic, with walnut and hazelnut trompe-l'oeil motif. It's a luxury gift for your home. Is it now? Or is it deception? I don't know, which is worse, picking up a fake nut off a plate or paying $700 for it. If you don't like nuts, they also make a version with a croissant. It actually looks very realistic and you can fill up the plate with real croissants and make your guests feel extra stupid for attempting to grab the fake ceramic croissant. If a plate was criminal, it would be this. I asked AI to generate a video of me with an unnecessary invention, and this is what it made.
I'm testing something called the Auto Butter 3000. It's supposed to perfectly butter your toast with just
the Auto Butter 3000. So this little device over here is supposed to butter your toast. It doesn't look like it's about to do that. It looks like it's gonna do anything but butter my toast. Where's the knife?
Perfectly butter your toast with just one push of a button.
Oh, it buttered my glasses and my nose instead.
Going everywhere. It buttered the table, my sweater.
It buttered my table, my sweater. Boo! This invention stinks! Look at the butter marks on that toast. It's not very satisfying. It's not even spread. How are you gonna butter toast without spreading the butter on the toast? I will say the AI bread looks very real. Congratulations, you invented a disappointment. You know, good thing this thing actually doesn't exist.
Testing viral products to their limit. First up is this device that lets you push any switch from your phone, but can it flush my toilet? I started out testing it on my normal light switches and it succeeded as expected.
What is the point of this? Call me old-fashioned, but you can't just walk up to your light switch and press it anymore. That's crazy that there's a device that does this because my finger can do it for free.
I decided to get creative and try it on my PS4 and it still worked perfectly fine.
Okay, you can program it on your phone. So it's like, instead of going across the room and pressing the light switch or turning on my PS5, I'm going to open up an app, find the button, and then press it on my phone. I get if you're already comfortable in bed and want to turn off the lights, you don't want to get up, you can do it from your phone. But flushing a toilet, Like, what?
Flush my toilet as my flatmate's always getting angry at me for forgetting.
How do you forget to flush the toilet? Usually when you have to flush the toilet, you are already on the toilet. The button's literally right there. It's so easy to just turn around and press it.
And this was the result. A solid effort if you...
Oh, so it actually works. It can actually flush the toilet. Well, that's good to know. But so can my finger. Like, humanity hit a peak, and then right after this was invented, we started the decline. Man, I forgot to flush my toilet, so I got a button that I could program on my phone to flush the toilet. Alright, what else we got? This tray has a handle that makes it impossible to spill anything. So you can spin the tray, you can flip the tray, put your coffee, your drink, your cereal, and nothing is gonna spill. Okay, this defies gravity. This would be cool at like a busy restaurant where they had to bring your bowl completely filled with soup to your table. Okay, I get that, but like in your house, you're walking like what, 5 feet from your kitchen to your couch with a tray? Do you really need a fancy tray to bring everything over? Does your tray really have to do a flip every time you take it to the couch? Perhaps spin it around and make a smoothie out of your drink on the way to the dining table? Like, is this necessary? Like, you're gonna use it like twice and then never use it again. I get the technology is pretty cool. Like, whoa, watch my cereal do a flip. Is that necessary? Life is all about what makes you smile. And if your cereal doing a 360 flip on the way to the dining table gives you a little giggle, then I think it'll be worth it. Anyone know how to use these things? So they put their egg in this like spiral thing. Wait, is that a whisk or an egg device? Is the egg hard boiled? I think it's hard boiled. Oh wait, no, it's not. Ooh, it's raw. Uh-oh. Bro, why did you do that? Are you stupid? I don't think you were supposed to put an egg in that. It's a whisk. You're supposed to whisk it up after you crack it into a bowl. We missed a few steps. You know, when you're this dumb, you probably should have played the tutorial. Bro literally cooked with no ingredients. This has to be the most pointless invention of all time. A portable chair where you can kneel and sit down anywhere. For free? No, you have to actually pay for the device. But like, can we do the pros and cons list? Like, you get to plop down on one knee, either propose to your girlfriend who's a yapper, and we're gonna be on this knee for a while, but at least it's gonna be comfy. Cons, you have to wear this leg brace that's probably super heavy and very awkward to walk in. Yeah, this thing sucks. Also, why does this camera have that many phones on it? I mean, you know what I meant. I thought iPhone had a lot of cameras. Like, bro, what is that? The Samsung Mega Photo? Anyways, what is the point of this? You can only sit in one position. The worst part, you pull up the pros and cons again. There's only a cushion on one butt cheek. What about the other butt cheek? It's just free floating in the air. Has this guy ever heard of crisscross applesauce? Which might be the most comfortable way to sit. Ew, I don't want to touch the floor. So you rather lug this contraption around on your leg rather than sit at crisscross applesauce for free? Are you stupid? That's what I call a skill issue, but in physical form. This is the most useless invention for soda. See, it says touchless, right? But you have to touch it. What do you mean it's touchless? You're literally touching it to make it work. Like the cup is just chilling underneath. You have to touch it to make it work. What do you mean touchless? You know, I've seen some of those sensors. You don't have to actually touch it, but you put your finger very close to it for it to work. So technically it is touchless. You just have to get very close to it. Like, this is so dumb. Alright, what else we got? They got another video of this. This device literally has one job, and it's to press a button. You could put it on a light switch, program it, you know, anything to make us even more lazy. Like, are you crazy? Why would I get up and walk 5 feet to my wall to turn my lights on? Getting up and walking is good for you? Like, how long has your butt been marinating in your seat? I mean, I get it. The only exception is if the light switch is in a hard to reach area. Like, it's behind the couch, in a closet somewhere. I don't know, but that would be the only exception. But like, come on, you're gonna take the time to buy a device, program it onto your phone, and it has one job, and it just presses a button instead of getting up and marching 7 feet across the room to turn something off. Like, people are getting lazier and lazier, and it's all thanks to inventions like this. Like, we as a society are so cooked. Y'all remember this mouse that Apple designed that was a huge design fail? When your mouse runs out of batteries, you have to plug it in from the bottom to charge it. So Unnecessary Inventions made a solution to this problem.
Guys, on this mouse, you have to flip it over and plug the lightning cable in. Now your mouse is completely useless until it has a full charge again. So the first thing I'm gonna do is replace this charging cable. Goodbye, bolt, and hello, much slimmer form factor. And next, I found these metal balls in my design studio. And they actually reminded me of those balls that used to be in mice to make them work.
So he 3D printed this little device Okay, that is some dedication right there.
components and waited for it to dry until I had a final
Put
product that
some
was
balls
looking like
in
this.
it, and then it fits perfectly onto the mouse, where you can use it at a slightly elevated angle while it's charging. Wow, a wonderful solution to this horrible problem. Instead of getting another mouse, nope, you know what? I love Apple and all of their products. They're wonderful. I'm going to make this work. Everybody must know my mouse is also Apple, and that's how he solved the issue. By several hours of work in this 3D printed device and an entire video production later, a solution to a very avoidable problem. This invention solves a problem that I never had. This has gotta be one of the biggest scams. They are selling a pet rock in a box.
Let's adopt one.
Let's adopt one. She really made a vlog like, let's adopt one. Let's adopt a pet rock. Like, I can't just go outside and choose a rock for free off the sidewalk. No, you can only adopt the pet rocks. How much do these things cost? $44! What is in this thing? Okay, this one's only $7.99. Okay, but still, come on. I'm paying for the packaging. Oh, so it comes with a pet rock book that says, you are now the owner of a genuine pedigreed pet rock. So it's not just any pet rock. You know, the pet rocks you find on the street, they're not real rocks. They don't have a pedigree. They're not even genuine. They're the peasant rocks. This one, you see, he comes from a lineage of fine rocks, fit to be a pet, and also googly eyes. And some hair? Oh, wow. These days, with all the brain rot and the TikToks and the doom scrolling, this would keep a child entertained for exactly 3 seconds. I can't believe people are selling rocks in a box. Actually, one rock in a box with googly eyes for at least $7.99. People will buy anything these days. In Japan, they have reusable toilet paper. Oh, that's illegal. Also, why is it embroidered? Like, who are you trying to impress? The concept of reusable toilet paper is insane to me. Like, how are you gonna know if it's clean? Your eyes, by looking at it? I don't know if it's clean. I just do not trust reusable toilet paper. I cannot stand behind this. As much as I hate wasting things, I can't do the reusable toilet paper. Also, like, are you like wiping and then washing it immediately in the sink? Or does it go in a dirty poo-poo covered trash bin where you wash it in the washing machine? I mean, washing machines are expensive, but I'm not gonna do a poop covered load every 3 days. You know when you're eating Cheetos and you get the Cheeto dust all over your fingers? This is a major issue for chip lovers around the world. So Unnecessary Inventions made this device, which is a spinny thing that removes Cheeto dust from your fingers so you can eat and spin. So let's see how it works. You can eat Cheetos. And then you're left with the Cheeto dust, but then turn on the spinny thing, and it's basically a spinning sponge that immediately removes the Cheeto crust from your fingers so that they do not transfer onto your control or your beloved keyboard. Wow. Congratulations, you made a machine that does what my mouth can do for free. You can't just eat a chip and then lick your fingers. It's like the Cheeto dust is leftovers. No, we can't do that. There needed something to be done. This is honestly a pretty genius design. I've never seen a spinning sponge before, and it just like cleans it all off. I need this for like my dogs when they go outside. And then instead of wiping their paws, they literally just stick it onto the spinny thing. Wait a second, I think he might be onto something with this. I'm afraid bro might have cooked.
Or useless Japanese inventions that are
wait
just
a second. They got the new iPhone on AliExpress, except that part is a screen. Wait, mine doesn't do that. What the heliante? Wait a second. Doesn't work. How? How do they do that? Why you got a screen in the back? They gotta do that for the new iPhone. That would be sick if you were using this camera and then you could see yourself in this reflection. They should totally make this into a screen. You know, AliExpress, I think they onto something. This is a dress that is that a tent? What do you do with it? Oh my goodness. What are they doing under there? Illegal activities. I see somebody in public with one of these, I'm calling the police. I don't know. I'm going full Karen if I see 2 pairs of legs coming out of that. In public? Then what are we hiding? Who are we smuggling? Like whatever you're gonna do under this giant tent, you could do in the privacy of your own home. Thank you. But anyway, that's all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button in the face and subscribe to the Wolf Pack. Oh, I love you guys so much. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.